Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome to this lecture 21 in the module on pollution and quality analysis of groundwater. And so, in this we will discuss with the meaning of pollution first, and this pollution, it is the artificial deterioration in the natural groundwater quality. So, obviously, in this we are focusing on the deterioration or decline which has come in the quality of natural groundwater by artificial means. And here we should make a distinction between pollution and contamination. So, here this contamination is a pollution which is hazardous to human health. So, contamination is also a type of pollution only, and here, so it causes the hazard or a danger, it provides a danger, it poses a danger to the human health, whereas pollution, it may or may not pose a danger to the human health. So, once it poses a danger to the human health, then it is known as contamination. And there are various sources of pollution of groundwater. So, here let us briefly discuss the types of groundwater pollution. So, this groundwater pollution, so it can be classified into various categories based on various criteria, like say the classification based on sources. Based on the sources of pollution of groundwater, so we can classify into, this is a groundwater pollution due to municipal sources, and then followed by the groundwater pollution due to industrial sources. Then the next category of groundwater pollution is the groundwater pollution due to agricultural sources, and then lastly the groundwater pollution due to miscellaneous and other sources. And based on the geometry, so this groundwater pollution can be classified into, that is the point sources of groundwater pollution, and this is the next category is the area sources of groundwater pollution, and of course, this is a line sources of this groundwater pollution. So, these area as well as line sources of groundwater pollution, so they are also known as non-point sources of groundwater pollution. So, GW is the abbreviation for groundwater. So, this is groundwater pollution, or they are also known as distributed or diffused or distributed sources of groundwater pollution. And here and again, so this point sources of pollution, we can further group this into categorize this into groundwater pollution due to L Naples. Of course, I will give you the expansion of this just a minute later. Next is groundwater pollution due to D Naples, and lastly the groundwater pollution due to inorganics and others. So, all this is part of the, all this comes under point sources of pollution. So, here this L Naple so this L Naple is the light non-aqueous phase liquid. Similarly, D Naple is dense non-aqueous phase liquid. So, here this L Naple, you can give the example of say it is petroleum products, and this that is crude oil, etcetera, and DNAPL. So, this is the example we can give is the dry cleaning pollutants, comma automobile pollutants, like the engine oil, etcetera, the aviation pollutants, the pollutants which are used in the aviation sector, then the electric circuit board pollutants. So, all these are heavier than water. So, therefore, they are included in this dense non aqueous phase liquids, whereas this petroleum products, so that is this crude oil, etcetera, like petrol, diesel, kerosene and all this. So, they are lighter than water. So, therefore, they are included in this light non aqueous phase liquid or say LNAPL. Here and since they are light, so they will be in the spread on the water table, whereas this dense this DNAPLs, because they are heavier than this one. So, they move or they infiltrate further below the water table and they form, that is dense plumes within the aquifer below the water table. And then this so this inorganics or others, so they consist of metals, salts, etcetera. So, these are the some of the this one, and if the sources of pollution, so they are not restricted to a point. So, then they are known as diffused or distributed sources of pollutions, and in this case, so the pollution source may be extended over a line or it may be distributed over an area either in a plane or in a three-dimensional source. Okay. So, in that case all of them are included as non-point sources of groundwater pollution. So, this is the classification based on the geometry, whereas the classification based on the sources is it is a fourfold classification, starting with the municipal sources of groundwater pollution, followed by industrial sources, agricultural sources, and then this the miscellaneous other sources of pollution. Now, let us discuss the municipal sources of groundwater pollution. In this, so we will be covering, that is the sewer leakage, followed by liquid waste, followed by solid waste, So, these are the three categories, and now let us discuss the municipal sources of groundwater pollution. And here in the municipal sources of groundwater pollution, let us go to what happens when water is used for domestic uses, the effects of domestic water use. Obviously, so all this when water is used for domestic purpose, so it can be for an inside use or it can also be for an outside use. So, within the inside use, that means within the buildings or any other facilities. So, here it can be, so this is this chart is taken from Hassan 1974, in which, so there is a very good categorization of the effect of domestic use. So, here the inside use, so it will result in say wastewater, it may also result in say solid waste. So, the solid wastes are also generated when it is used for outside use, and here, so in the outside use, when the water is used outside, so it may be, it may go as a recharge into groundwater basins, or it may go into storm drains or storm water drains. Then this wastewater, so it can be, it can go into septic tanks, or it can also go this move through this sewers into say this treatment plants. The solid waste, they will go to sanitary landfills. And the stormwater drains, it may either go to ocean outfall. Of course, ocean is the last one, maybe before that it may be getting discharged into various streams or rivers or seas or estuaries or oceans, and then this one, so this recharge into groundwater basin, so part of it may enter this recharge, it may enter this recharge into the groundwater basin, and here, so from this treatment plant, so it may go to surface water streams, and from this surface water streams, So, it may go to this ocean outfalls, or part of it may recharge into the groundwater basin. And then, so part of this treatment plant, the water which is the wastewater which goes to the treatment plant may go to, that is reuse of water. Part of it may be reused after thorough treatment, or part of it may result in the formation of sludges. And again, so this from the septic tank also, so part of it may go to sludges, and then so this part of it may go to recharge into groundwater basins. And these sludges may either go to sanitary landfills, or they may go to sludge lagoons, or they may go to ocean outfalls. So, this is the total flow chart of the effects of water when it is used for, say, domestic purpose. So, whether it is used within a building or in for whether it is used for an indoor purpose or an outdoor purpose. So, this is, it may create wastewater, solid waste, or when it is used for outdoor purpose, it may cause solid waste recharge into groundwater basin or storm water drains, like that. And here, so this so in this indoor use, of course, so here you can say this is approximately 50%, and then this outdoor use, which is say for lawn watering or pesticides or car wash or maybe swimming pool. So, that is also been approximately estimated as say 50% of the total domestic water use. So, this is how when water is used for domestic purpose. So, this is how, these are the various locations where it may move. So, now let us consider the sewer leakage, which is so this sewer leakage, it is one of the main causes of municipal pollution, of groundwater pollution due to municipal uses. So, here this sewer leakage may be due to, that is let us say the causes of sewer leakage are poor workmanship, or it may be defective sewer pipe, or it may be due to damage by tree roots or plant roots, or it may be damaged by say earthquake or damage or rupture by heavy loads or soil slippage. It may also be, so that is loss of foundation support, in that case the sewer may show a damage, it may show a crack or a breakage or it may also be due to shearing caused by differential settlement in manholes, say near manholes. Or it may be due to infiltration of sewage into abandoned sewers. Sewer laterals. So, these are the various causes. So, like the first one is the poor workmanship, the second one is the defective sewer pipe, the third one is the damage caused by plant roots, the fourth one is damage caused by earthquake, the fifth one is the damage caused by heavy loads or soil slippage, the sixth one is the loss of foundation supports, the seventh one is the shearing caused by differential settlement in or near manholes, and then this infiltration of sewage into abandoned sewer laterals, etc. So, these are some of the causes of sewer leakage. Now, let us consider the second main type of the groundwater pollution due to municipal causes, that is the liquid waste. And we all know that this wastewater is having a significant amount of liquid content, and this what happens is, so this wastewater which is generated by this municipal use of water, and it results in a significant amount of that is pollution of groundwater, and these liquid waste move as per the groundwater flow directions. So, these are the, so this is the, so this is the wastewater, or you can say the domestic wastewater that is the municipal wastewater, flow as per the gradient or the groundwater flow gradient. So, this leads to this is the second category of the municipal pollution of groundwater, and then the last, this one is the last cause of the groundwater pollution due to municipal sources occurs due to, say, solid waste. So, here the solid wastes are in solid form, and then so they are basically dumped into the landfill. So, these solid wastes dumped in landfills cause the leachate into groundwater, and especially when there is a so the especially when there is a rainfall or a shallow water table, the pollution of groundwater by municipal sources due to solid waste is the maximum. So, as long as the it is the there is no rainfall or the water table is at an appropriate depth. So, then there will not be much of a pollution or from the solid waste, but as and when there is some amount of rainfall or precipitation or this wherever there is a very shallow groundwater table. So, this leachate from the landfills, so it starts flowing and it causes the groundwater pollution. So, these are the sewer leakage, the liquid waste as well as solid waste. So, they constitute most of the groundwater pollution due to municipal causes. Now, let us come to the groundwater pollution by industrial causes. So, here from the same source by Hassan et al., let us discuss the effects of water for industrial use. So, here in this industrial use, again the sources for this also, the source is the same publication by Hassan in 1974. So, in which there is a very good this flow chart is given of the effects of water from industrial use. So, when the water is used for industrial purposes, it may result in mainly three effects. The first one is the sanitation use for cleaning purpose, and the second one is the manufacturing and processing use, and then thirdly it is water is used in the industry for cooling purpose or cooling uses. So, here and all this, all the three uses result in this what are known as the industrial waste. Whether the water is used for either the sanitation or the cleaning purpose or manufacturing or processing purpose or for cooling purpose, it all results in the industrial waste. Then, so these industrial waste, they may result either non reclaimable wastewater whose reclamation is almost impossible or economically not feasible, or it may result in the industrial waste. They may also result in say solid waste such as the fly ash or other kinds of this solid waste, or part of it may be reclaimable, which can be reclaimed after treatment. So, that is so this reclaimable wastewater. And here, so this part of the water which is used for cooling purpose, it also evaporates. So, now this non reclaimable wastewater again it has three routes. It may either go to ocean outfalls, it may go to a sanitary landfill, or it may go to, that is deep aquifer injection. So, this solid waste, so this also may go to ocean outfall, or it may go to a sanitary landfill, or it may go to a sludge lagoon, and this reclaimable wastewater. So, this is it may follow any of the three paths. The first one is the recycled water, again for industrial use, then it may go to say municipal treatment plant, or it may go to disposal in streams or rivers. And then this municipal treatment plants, so from this municipal treatment plants, it may go to sludge lagoon, or it may go to say reusable water, or it may be recharged into groundwater basins, or lastly it may go to surface water streams. So, these are the various types of movement or the one of the industrial the groundwater pollution caused by the industrial uses. And again here, so this groundwater pollution caused by industrial uses, so they have been mainly categorized as say liquid waste or tank and pipeline leakages, or the wastes from mining activities, And here, so coming to the liquid waste, so these are basically the liquid form of the industrial wastewater. So, it flows along with the groundwater flow gradient, and then it will cause eventually it might cause groundwater pollution. Coming to this tank and pipeline leakages. So, here, so this is this happens due to leakages from tanks and pipelines. So, in this case, an immiscible liquid such as oil moves till it reaches water table. And coming to the waste from mining activities. So, there are multiple waste types of wastes are generated from the mining activities. So, there is one last category is there, that is the oil field brines. So, that is the heavily saline solutions which are released from the oil fields. So, these are the 4 categories which result in the groundwater pollution due to industrial causes. And here, so when we talk of this an immiscible liquid such as an oil. So, here what happens is, say if the liquid is immiscible, then it forms a layer. So, here say suppose this is the ground surface, and then this is the spill area, and the plume. So, this is the spill area, and then so here so this is the water table, this is the residual saturation. And over this so this liquid waste spreads on top of the water table, and then so here if this is the direction of the water movement. So, this is the below the ground water table, then so this one the oil also moves along with the slowly along with the groundwater at the top of the water table, and then causes groundwater pollution. And also, suppose if such a case exists of such a case of groundwater pollution due to industrial use exists, then we can remove this liquid pollutant from this from a pumping well. So, suppose within this groundwater we drill a pumping well and this is the water table and the oil which is spilled here, which has spread on the groundwater, and here we can show this is the from the spill area. So, this is the residual saturation, then this is the oil, and then so using and then this is the pumping well. So, this is possible only when this oil is immiscible. So, when the oil is immiscible, so obviously it will spread on the top of the water table and then it can be pumped out. So, this is one way, and then coming to this oil field brines. So, in this case, because brine is a very saline solution of wastewater, saline solution of water. So, here what happens is it spreads and then so this it will increase the salinity and so therefore, it needs to be tackled in a different way. So, this pumping kind of treatment, so may not be suitable for that. So, in the next lecture we will discuss about the groundwater pollution by agricultural sources as well as the miscellaneous sources. Thank you.